First Samuel 3, there's this really interesting account between Samuel and the Lord. And it even talks about in the very, very beginning, in the first verse, how it was rare for people to hear the word of the Lord, like to actually hear him. It says, actually, verse 1, "Now the boy Samuel was ministering to the Lord in the presence of Eli, and the word of the Lord was rare in those days. There was no frequent vision. At that time, Eli, whose eyesight had begun to grow dim so that he could not see, was lying down in his own place. The lamp of God had not yet gone out, and Samuel was lying down in the temple of the Lord where the ark of God was. When the Lord called to Samuel, he said, 'Here I am,' and ran to Eli and said, 'Here I am, for you called me?' But he said, 'I did not call you, lie down again.' So he went out and he lay down. And the Lord called again, 'Samuel.' And Samuel rose and went to Eli and said, 'Here I am, for you called me.' But he said, 'I did not call, my son. Lie down again.' Now Samuel did not yet know the Lord, and the word of the Lord had not yet been revealed to him. And the Lord called Samuel again the third time. And he arose and went to Eli and said, 'Here I am, for you called me.' Then Eli perceived that the Lord was calling the boy. Therefore Eli said to Samuel, 'Go, lie down, and if he calls you again, you shall say, "Speak, Lord, for your servant hears." So Samuel went and lay down in his place. And the Lord came and stood, calling as at other times, 'Samuel, Samuel.' And Samuel said, 'Speak, for your servant hears.' Then the Lord said to Samuel, 'Behold, I am about to do a new thing in Israel, at which the two ears of everyone who hears it will tingle. On that day I will fulfill against Eli and all that I have spoken concerning this house, from beginning to end. And I declare to him that I am about to punish this house forever for the iniquity that he knew, because his sons were blaspheming God, and he did not restrain them. Therefore I swear to the house of Eli that the iniquity of Eli's house shall not be atoned for by the sacrifice or offering forever.'" And I think it's a really interesting time right now because the world's been forced to slow down, and there's so many questions being asked, and people are searching and they're trying to find rhyme and reason for all these different events that are happening right now in the shadow of this coronavirus. And I think that for so long now, not only our nation, but the world has blasphemed against the name of God. And people are crying out, but are we really listening? And you know, when the Lord called out for Samuel, in the beginning, Samuel was just pressing into what he knew. And he was listening to the tangible things of the world, which happened to be Eli in this moment. And a lot of people are looking for, politicians or doctors or scientists or all these things to give us answers and rhyme and reason in a time that is absolutely unprecedented, in a time where nothing makes sense, where all of the rules have been thrown out. And in this particular account, I find it interesting that until Samuel answered with this humble response, where he spoke to the Lord and he said, "Lord, this is your servant. Speak to me. I'm listening." I think when he came in that particular posture and he acknowledged who was actually speaking, God spoke. And so I encourage us in this season that we be listening, not with our temporal hearing, but with our spiritual hearing. And the only way that we're going to hear God like that is by pressing into the Bible, into the Word of God, the living Word of God, and spending time with Him in prayer, meditating on His Word and whatnot. So anyways, I'm going to get off my soapbox. But anyways, I wrote this song a while back. It's called I Need to Hear Your Voice. And I wrote this song, it was, I would say earlier on my journey with the Lord. I had been walking with Him for a couple of years, but I was still trying to learn how to hear His voice more and then be obedient to what I was hearing. So this song is called Speak to Me. I need to hear your voice. Speak to me, oh Lord, I need to hear your voice. Lord, I'm listening. Da 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 da. You're the only thing that makes perfect sense. In these frantic whisperings, I need to hear your voice. Soaking in your choice, you're my refuge, my safeguard. I need to hear your voice. Drown out all the noise. Come to my rescue, protector of my heart. Da, 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 da. Speak to me, oh Lord, as I'm twisting in this storm. Help me to discern, da, 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 which path should I choose, which leads me straight to you. Show me where and when to turn. I need to hear your voice, soaking in your choice. You're my refuge, my safeguard. Need to hear your voice. Drown out all the noise. Come to my rescue, protector of my heart. Da, 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 da. You're the only constant in this life. It's time aside from dark and day from night. You're the glory that soars beyond the skies. No greater love than this saves our lives. Speak